Hey everyone, my name is Kelly. I will be taking you through a all levels Vinyasa Yoga class today. Vinyasa Yoga is a type of yoga where you move with your breath. Uh, and this will be all levels, so if you've done yoga before or if you've never done it at all, definitely feel free to join. Welcome to everybody who I've done yoga with at the library before, and welcome to everybody else. I'm so glad you could join me today. So we can go ahead and get started in any comfortable seat. I'm just sitting on a pillow. You can sit directly on the floor, on blocks, even in a chair, whatever is comfortable for you. We'll just start by tuning into our body and our breath before we start moving. So go ahead and you can either close your eyes or find a soft gaze in front of you. Your hands can be just on your lap, resting, and start to notice how your body feels. Notice how you feel sitting either in a chair or on the ground. Notice if you can relax your shoulders away from your ears. Notice how your hands feel. And start to bring awareness to your breath. Where can you feel your breath entering your body? Maybe through your nose, going down your throat or in your chest. Do you feel your belly or chest rise or your shoulders rise as you breathe in? You notice your exhale. Do your shoulders drop? Does your chest drop? Just bringing awareness to how you are right now. And see if you can lengthen the breath. So as you breathe in through your nose, bring the belly deep, bring your breath deep into your belly. Pause, and then slowly exhale. Do that a few more times. Big breath in through your nose, deep into the belly. Pause, and slow exhale through your mouth or through your nose. Keep breathing. Inhale. Pause, and slow exhale. You want your exhale to be equal length of your inhale or slightly longer. And if you practice Ujjayi breath, you can go ahead and start that now. It's a type of breathing, an audible breath, where you constrict the back of your throat slightly. If you want to practice, it's sort of like fogging a mirror. So if you make that noise, you do the same thing except keep your mouth closed. So it might sound something like this on your exhale. Go ahead and keep breathing any way you want. Notice any noises around you, in the room next to you, or even outside. Just bring awareness to all the sounds while continuing to breathe. And you can open your eyes if they were closed, and we'll start to bring in some movement. So with your hands gently on your lap, we'll start to just do some cat and cows with your back. So as you breathe in, bring your chest forward, maybe look up. And as you exhale, curl your spine back. Breathe in, lift your chest. And exhale, curl back. And we can start to move in circles. So going in one direction, seeing if you can match your moving with your breath. Maybe breathe in as you come forward. Exhale as you go back. And then switch directions. Breathe in, come forward. Exhale back. And feel free to take any organic movements that make you feel warmed up. And pause. Back with a neutral spine. We'll start to breathe. Bring your arms up as you breathe in. And then exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. One more. This time twist over to your left side. Bring your right hand to your right thigh and then turn back. And as you inhale here, see if you can lengthen your spine, grow a little taller. And as you exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, turn to the other side. Again, as you breathe in, find length. And as you exhale, twist a little deeper. Just twisting so that you feel a gentle stretch. You don't want any pain. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, reach. Other side. Inhale. And exhale, arms down by your side. All right, so we can go ahead, remove anything if you're sitting on it, and we'll come to our tabletop. So bring your hands stacked under your shoulders and your hips over your knees. All right, so coming into your tabletop, spread your fingertips nice and wide. Your knees should be about hips width distance. In here, we can go ahead and take those cat-cow movements with the spine like we did in seated. So you're going to breathe in, lift your chest up, and as you exhale, curl your spine up towards the sky. Inhale, your belly drops. Exhale, curl your spine up. And keep moving like this, following your breath as you move. Inhale, exhale. We can start to move again in circles or side to side. Again, allowing our breath to guide us in our movement. So maybe breathe in as you come forward and exhale as you come back. And switch directions if you're taking circles. And then meet back in your tabletop with a nice straight spine. So from here, you can move your right hand to the middle of your mat. We're gonna open up, reach the left arm up and open. And then as you exhale, thread the needle. Bring your arm through. You can either come on your elbow or come all the way down onto your shoulder. And feel free to play around here. See what feels good. If you're on your shoulder, you might reach your right hand forward. Again, just allowing the limits of pain to guide you. Never do anything if there's any pain. And bring your right hand back to the middle of the mat if it wasn't there. And take a deep breath in as you come back up, reach high. And exhale, left hand down to the mat. And we'll take it to the other side. So big breath in, reach your right arm up. And as you exhale, thread the needle, either coming down to your elbow or all the way down onto your shoulder. Maybe you reach your left arm forward. And bring your left hand back to the middle of the mat. As you breathe in, lift your right arm up. And then exhale, come back to tabletop. So we're going to bring your left foot back, coming onto your toes for a nice stretch in the back of your leg. Keeping your fingertips nice and wide, strong in the arms. Bringing some energy to your core. You can lift up your back leg, trying to keep a nice neutral spine. And you might feel it working in your core. If you want a little more, you can reach your opposite arm forward like you're gonna shake somebody's hand. Keep breathing here. And then let your arm and your foot drop. We'll come back to tabletop and we'll take it on the other side. So reach your right toes back. Find a nice stretch in your calf. Again, check in with your hands and your arms. Have a slight bend in your elbows. Fingertips wide. Engage the core and then lift the back leg up, keeping your spine straight. And if you want a little more challenge, reach your opposite hand forward and breathe here. And slowly release, come back to tabletop, maybe shake it out a little. Whew. You can walk your hands just about a few inches forward. Tuck your toes under it. We're coming to downward facing dog. So lift your hips up towards the sky, keeping your back nice and straight, bending your knees. And if this doesn't work for you, you can always stay in tabletop. That's always an option instead of downward facing dog. So in dog, you want to keep your shoulders away from your ears, down your spine, spreading your fingertips wide. Your feet should be about hips width distance, the same distance as your hands. You can walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other. The key here is to have a nice long spine, keeping a bend in your knees however much you need, and relax in your shoulders. And take those nice long audible breaths we started with, breathing in through your nose, bringing it deep into your belly. You might open mouth as you exhale. We'll do it like that 2 more times. Breathe in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Alright, so in your down dog, take one more deep breath in. Fill your belly with air, and the loudest sigh, exhale. Look to the front of your mat and slowly walk towards your hands, coming into a forward fold. Keep a nice bend in your knees. You can grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. We just want the upper body to feel heavy, melting towards the earth. You can shake your head yes, shake your head no, release some tension in your neck. And maybe sway gently side to side. And release your hands if they were together. We'll take a halfway lift. So as you breathe in, bring your hands to your shins or your thighs. You want a nice flat back. And we want to engage the core like we did before. The crown of your head is reaching forward and your hips reaching back. One more big inhale here. And as you exhale, fold forward. This time we're going to slowly rise all the way up to stand. Come slowly as you need. And roll your shoulders a few times at the top. Bring them forward. And we'll meet in Tadasana, our strong mountain pose. So palms facing forward, feet hips width distance. Relax in the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Two more like that. Inhale, reach, maybe a slight back bend. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. You can relax your hands down. Again, bring your shoulder blades together. Shoulders relaxing. You can wiggle your toes, see if you can come up, lifting all your toes up, seeing if you can balance there, feeling your foot grounded into the earth. And we're going to make our way back onto the mat. So breathe in, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Hold it here. Let me turn so you can see. Holding here at your halfway lift. And then exhale, fold forward. You're going to plant your hands down on the mat. Step back into a plank. You can bring your knees down. We're going to lower all the way down to your belly. And from here, we can take cobra, so your arms, your hands right by your ribs, your toenails pressing into the mat. Lift up slightly. You're using a lot of your back muscles here, so you want to see if you can lift your hands up. Keeping your neck happy. You don't need to arch it up. You can look forward and down towards the front of your mat. As you inhale, take a look to your left. Exhale to center. Inhale to the right. Exhale to center. Relax down. One cheek can come to the mat. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. You might come through tabletop, adjust from there, and then lift your hips back up. Again, you can always stay in tabletop for your downward facing dog. And we'll start to flow a little, moving with the breath. So big breath in through your nose, fill your belly. Open mouth, exhale. Make your way to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, take a breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms high as you breathe in. Hands together, come through heart center and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And as you exhale, step back, come into your plank. Either knees down or knees up. You can lower all the way down to your belly. Flip your toes. Breathe in, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. And take 3 deep breaths here. Start to notice how you're feeling compared to the beginning of class. Maybe you're starting to build some heat. Your heart rate might be up. Check in with your body, your shoulders away from your ears, bending in your knees, feet hips width distance. We will come to 3-legged dog, so let your right foot come up behind you. You can hold it here, or for deeper opening at the hip, you can twist open, bend your knee. Take some circles with your ankle. Switch directions. Maybe some circles with your knee. Switch directions. Back to 3-legged dog. Big inhale. Exhale, step forward. You can drop your back knee. You can come to fingertips, framing your front foot. We'll start to flow here. If you have blocks, you can use them now, or you can use big books if you have really anything you can find. So we'll take a big breath in, lift your heart high, and exhale, straighten your front foot. Inhale, bend into your knee. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. And from here, we can remove the blocks if you had them, and start to bring your right foot out to the side of the mat, both your hands on the inside of your foot. And you might even lift the bottom of your foot up. We're going to work on bringing some movement, some stretching to your hip for lizard lunge. You might even adjust. You can bring your left knee back a little. Really open up the hips. Stay here, or you can come down to elbows. Or if you want a nice quad stretch, you can bend your back leg. Reach over with the right arm to your left foot. Just find what feels good here. Slowly release if you had your foot. Bring your right foot back to the middle of the mat. Frame your front foot. And we're going to step back into downward facing dog. And we'll take that all on the other side. So 3-legged dog, lift your left leg up. Again, be mindful of your fingertips. Make sure they're spread wide, your elbows slightly bent. And from here, you can open up your hip, bend your knee. Take some circles in your ankle and switch directions. And maybe some big circles with your knee. Switch directions. And three-legged dog. Big breath in. And exhale, step your left foot forward, drop your back knee. You can grab your blocks if you have them. So as you inhale, lift your heart high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back up. Remove the blocks. And start to move your left foot towards the other edge of the mat. Both hands come on the inside of your foot. You might move your right knee back slightly. And maybe peel open the bottom of your left foot, comes up off the mat. Your knee can come out. Always moving within the limits of pain. For lizard lunge. See what feels good here. You can stay like this. You might come down to elbows. Or you might reach back, bend the right knee. Reach back with your left hand for a nice stretch in your right quad. Slowly release if you have the back foot. Bring your left foot back to the middle of the mat. Frame your front foot. You can come up onto fingertips. And make your way back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward. This time you can keep your back knee up or you can bring it back down. Whatever feels good. Feel nice and grounded in your feet. Reach your arms forward. And when you feel the strength, lift up, crescent lunge. Relax your shoulders, palms face towards each other. We'll take a twist. So breathe in, reach high. As you exhale, reach your left arm forward, your right arm back. You can stay like this, or for a deeper twist, bring your hands together at heart center. Hook your left elbow over your right thigh. Whatever makes you feel the most stable. And wherever you are in your twist, focus on your breath. As you breathe in, find length in your spine, and as you exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. Slowly come out of your twist. Inhale, reach high, crescent lunge. And exhale, open up to warrior two. So you might bring your back foot towards the back of the mat. Your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Your front toes still pointing forward. And reach your arms nice and wide. Bend into your front knee. Feel that strength in your legs. And find your breath. Focus your gaze over your front hand. And relax your shoulders. Reverse your warrior, flip your front palm. Reach forward, up and back, still bend into the front knee. Big breath in here. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back into your downward facing dog. Take about 3 deep breaths in your down dog. And we'll take three-legged dog. Lift your left leg high. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Either drop your back knee or don't drop it. Reach your arms forward. Find strength in your legs. And when you're ready, rise out, crescent lunge. You can bend your back knee slightly to give your lower back some release. And we'll take that twist again. So reach your right arm forward this time, left arm back. Either stay here or for the deeper twist, hands together, heart center. Hook your right arm over your left leg and twist. Again, focus on your exhale. See if you can twist a little deeper. Slowly come back to center. Breathe in, reach your arms high. And as you exhale, drop your back foot, warrior two. Bend into your front knee, spread your arms wide. Relax your shoulders. Your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. And gaze over your front middle finger. Find your breath here. Reverse your warrior, flip your front palm, reach forward, up and back. Big breath in, still bending into your front knee. Exhale, curl your hands down to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. And then we'll come into child's pose. So bring your knees wide and sink your hips back and relax down. Either your forehead can come to the mat or you can stack your hands. Bring a block or a pillow. Alright, so in your child's pose, just start to relax, catch your breath, become aware of how your body's feeling. And another option for child's pose, if this way isn't comfortable, you can always bring your knees together. Bring your head down to the mat or to a pillow or a block and reach your arms alongside you. That's just another option for child's pose. And we'll take a few more breaths here. It's a great time to get some water if you need any. And if at any point during the practice you need to take a break, child's pose is always an option to come to. And we'll start to make our way back into downward facing dog. From here, big breath in through your nose, fill your belly. Open mouth, exhale. Walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Rise all the way up to stand. Slowly come up, reach, breathe in. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. And I'm going to take you through what we call as Vinyasa, the transition from standing to going back into downward facing dog. So usually it's after what we just did, a sun salutation A. You're going to bring your arms down, step back into a plank. So there's a few options. Always option to do it on your knees. You can always keep them up. What you're going to do is you're going to breathe in, hinge forward slightly. You can come all the way down to your belly for cobra. Flip your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another option is when you're in your plank, breathe in, hinge forward, and then lower about halfway so you're in a half push-up. Flip your toes while you're still holding up, keeping your thighs off the mat. Breathe in, this is upward facing dog, and then exhale to downward facing dog. So whenever you come from standing back into down dog, and you might hear somebody say take your vinyasa, you can always do that, or you can always just meet in downward facing dog. That's just another way to add some more strength, add a little more challenge into your yoga practice as you practice. So take a deep breath in. Let your right leg float up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward. Drop your back foot. This time, we'll come into warrior one. So reach your arms high, breathe in. And your back foot is slightly facing forward, sort of at a diagonal, and you're bending into your front knee. Relax your shoulders here, palms face towards each other. Humble warrior, you can grab your hands behind your back, or if you have a towel, you can grab that, or grab your elbows, whatever's comfortable. Inhale, arch slightly back, and exhale, fold forward. Humble warrior. You might even bring your arms up overhead, playing around with what feels good. Slowly come back up, breathe in as you reach high. Exhale, open up, warrior two. You might step your back foot back. Reverse your warrior, reach forward, up and back, breathe in. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Either step back into down dog or take your vinyasa. In your vinyasa, inhale forward in your lunge, in your plank. Exhale, slightly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. You can really add some more strengthening into your yoga practice, that vinyasa, if that's what you're looking for. Three-legged dog on the left side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Drop your back heel for warrior one. Reach up, breathe in. So bend into your front knee, making sure your knee doesn't come too far forward. You don't want it coming past your ankle. And your back foot slightly angled forward at a diagonal. Humble warrior, your arms can come behind you, either interlace your hands, grab your elbows, or grab a strap or a towel to hold. Inhale, slightly arch up, and exhale, humble warrior, bow down. Again, your arms can stay at your low back or come up and over. Notice how your feet might start to quiver. You're activating these intrinsic muscles of your feet and your lower legs. Release the bind if you have one. Slowly come up, breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. You might walk your back foot back, bend into your front knee. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat, meet in down dog, or take your vinyasa. I'll do the up dog one this time. So breathe in, hinge forward, half push up, flip your toes. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Big breath in, fill your belly. Open mouth, exhale. Look to the front of your mat, walk, step or hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Forward fold, excuse me. Rise all the way up to stand, reach your arms high. Big breath in, and exhale, hands together, heart center. And so we're going to start some balancing poses. So if you want to get by a wall or have something to grab onto, you definitely can do that. So we'll come into Tadasana first, our mountain pose. Allow your shoulders to relax, palms forward, feet about hips width distance, and start to ground into your feet. You might lift all your toes up. Feel the 3 spots of your foot that are really pushing into the mat. And we'll take tree pose. So, different ways to do it. You can always kickstand. This is a good first tree pose to do, especially if you're new at it or practicing balance. You can come up to your shin or above your knee, just not on your knee joint. So see whatever works for you. Hands can come together at heart center. And find something in the room that's not moving that you can keep your focus on, that can help you with your balance. A lot of balance has to do with vision, so finding something not moving can help. If you want to challenge your balance, you can always close your eyes. You'd be surprised how hard it can make balancing. From here, you might reach your arms high, grow your branches. Find your breath, allow it to be deep and slow. And if you come out of the pose, allow yourself to come back in and go out as many times as you need. One big breath. Inhale, reach high, and exhale, come back down. Maybe shake it out. And we'll take it on the other side. So either kickstand your foot, come to your shin, or above your knee. Anywhere, but just not here where your knee joint is. You really want to press your foot into your opposite leg. Hands can come together at heart center. Relax in the shoulders. Find your drishti, your gazing point that's not moving. And invite your breath. If your hands are together at heart center, really press them together. We're really bringing the energy towards the center of your body, pressing the hands together, pressing your foot into your thigh. You can slowly reach your arms high, allowing yourself to fall if you need to, and come back in the pose. One more big breath in, reach your arms high, and exhale, come back down. We'll come into eagle pose. So you're gonna bring your right leg, we'll do the arms first. You're gonna bring your right arm under, your left arm comes over your right. You can either cross over, like you're giving yourself a hug, or you can interlace your hands. So find what works for you. So it'll look like this. Once you get the arms, you're gonna bring your right foot over. You can either just put your toes over, or you can bring your knee over, keeping your right foot lifted. Lift your elbows up, your forearms come forward. Breathing in your eagle, you might bend slightly into your knee. Keep your hands together, either hugging or interlaced hands. Slowly unwind the leg and step your right foot back, coming into the crescent lunge. Slowly release. Open up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Take your vinyasa or meet in down dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Rise all the way up. Breathe in, reach high. Exhale, hands together, heart center. We're going to take eagle on the other side. Relax your hands down, Tadasana. Feet, hips width distance. Shoulders relaxed. So this time we're going to have the left arm under, your right arm comes up. Either give yourself a hug or interlace your hands. So once you got the arms, you're going to bring your left foot over. You can either just cross it, keeping your toes on the ground, or lifting your foot up, crossing your knees, pressing your knees together. Find what feels good and stable, yet challenging. Once you're in your eagle, lift your elbows up, your forearms away from your face, and breathe here. Alright, so you're in your eagle. We're going to slowly unwind your top leg, keeping your arms together, and step back into a crescent lunge. You might need to adjust, feel stable. Keeping your back heel lifted. We'll slowly unwind the arms. Warrior two, drop your back heel, spread your arms wide. Reverse your warrior, reach forward, up and back, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Take your vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. So for your vinyasa, inhale, hinge forward, exhale, lower. Inhale to up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog, exhale. And we're gonna meet on your back. You can get there however you wanna get there. Alright, so on your back, you can reach your arms up overhead, point your toes, just find length in your whole body. Inhale, really stretch. And you can exhale, come back with your arms by your side. We'll take a bridge pose, so bend your knees, feet are flat. You're going to lift your hips up, press into the floor, squeezing your butt. Keep your eyes open here in this powerful, active pose. Allow your breath to be strong and deep. And in your bridge, you can stay like this, or if you want to get a little more back bend, you can shimmy your shoulders underneath your back, interlace your hands underneath you. Really find what works for you. Keep breathing here. One more inhale, lift your hips a little higher, and exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. You can windshield wipe your knees side to side. And we'll take bridge one more time. Pressing into the mat with your feet, lift your hips up. Maybe shimming your shoulders under, interlacing your hands. Breathing here. Feeling your lower body and your back body working hard. Lift a little higher and slowly exhale. Release down to the mat. Maybe windshield wipe your knees side to side. And we'll take figure four stretch. So bring your right ankle over your left thigh. This might be a good stretch just right here. If you need a little more stretch, you can lift your thigh up, interlace your hands behind your left thigh, or for even more, you can press your right knee away from you, holding your left thigh with your left hand, and flexing in both feet. Keep both feet really active here. And I like to hold these poses a little longer to get deep into the stretch. It allows for more time to open and relax the muscles. You can slowly release. We'll switch sides. Bring your left ankle over your right thigh. Find what feels good. It might be different on different legs. Keeping both feet flexed. Maybe you lift your thigh. You might start to close your eyes here as we begin to cool down. Allow your breath to slow down, deepen, lengthen. You can come down, unwind your legs, maybe windshield wipe them. And we're coming to a supine twist. So you're going to lift your hips up, bring them to the left side of your mat. Your knees can drop down to the right side. Your arms can come wide. Your gaze opposite your knees. You might put a pillow in between your knees or under your knees, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just a nice gentle twist for your low back. Again, maybe closing your eyes here. You can slowly make your way back up and then lift your hips up towards the right side of the mat. Bring your knees opposite down to the left side. Spread your arms wide and gaze opposite your knees towards the right side. Supine twist. Again, making any adjustments you might need. You can slowly make your way out of this and take any last pose you might need before our final resting pose, Shavasana. So for Shavasana, you can just lie flat on your mat. You might bring a blanket, you might bring a pillow to come underneath your knees. You can even put your legs up the wall. But I would recommend staying in Shavasana, this moment of just lying down in stillness, quietness. I would recommend 5 to 10 minutes just lying here. So go ahead, get comfortable, and I want to thank everybody for practicing with me. I hope everybody stays safe and healthy. But yeah, definitely take time, finish your practice, lying down in Shavasana, legs up the wall, feel nice and comfortable. But I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for practicing with me.